Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Morning guys, how you doing? How you doing? Morning on the Thai farm out here in the middle of the country on the western side near the border actually of Myanmar. It's about 30 minutes from here. Mountain range goes over there, it separates the two countries. I was just checking out, my wife had done some more butchering of the bamboo, you know. And there's also just new bamboo growing up. But the concern is that the rains and the wind have once again brought down bamboo onto the what looks like the top of the sala over here of the bamboo palace. I don't know, man. I don't know. Might have to do a total redo on that roof or something. But this will be a big burn pile in a few. But I got a couple little projects I'm gonna try out today. One of them is gonna take a while on the computer side of it or whatever, I think anyway. But I remembered, you know, I had this windmill that I had bought, right? A little tricky. I already patched it up pretty severely with this kind of thing going here, but when the wind blows it kind of hauls ass. And I remembered that I bought like two different kind or whatever, but these things that go on your bicycle spoke, you know, you attach it, it's like a lights, right, that go on the bicycle spoke. But when the spoke goes spinning around, it's like a different scene, like, you know, cartoon characters and this and that or whatever, because just the way the centrifugal force or the lights, whatever, technology. And I thought, wait a minute, you know what? I could probably tape that to the windmill, and if the wind's strong enough, it could spin it through there and I'd be able to see that happening. If not, you know, maybe I can make my own windmill, because obviously, you know, windmills are kind of balanced, right? And that thing is kind of bigger, it's kind of heavy, it takes three batteries, three AAA batteries, so it might be kind of heavy and the wind wouldn't be able to blow it or blow it fast enough. The other one I had, that was the problem. I put it on my bike in California and I was like, hey man, this thing ain't working right. I could barely see, like, you know, one or two kind of characters flicker or whatever. The mosquito bit me. And so what I did was I turned my bike upside down. I set it down, you know, like as if I was going to change the tire or choose the tire. And so then I just took the hand crank and the pedal and I spun it as fast as I could. And when I spun it really fast, I could see the stuff. So I was like, oh, cool. And oh yeah, I see it, man. Dang, I'm bleeding down here, or whatever was biting me. I wasn't looking, I was slapping it. I think they were mosquitoes, probably from over there in the bamboo. Well, one of the things I'm gonna try to do today is create the, you know, the water snake trap. I looked on, you know, Google, looked at all the videos, and everybody's got a million snake traps, like for the kind of snake that's on land, boa constrictors and big snakes and all that. They don't have like little snake traps and water snake traps, I should say. And they got the ones that are bamboo, like the guillotine kind of ones, but I'm not sure I want that kind. But what I can do, I think, in this area, better not be any new fish out here that are dead. what I can do in this area is, you know, is maybe make one. I thought of making like I dig a hole, right? Dig a deep hole, like the size of a, you know, a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket or something like that. And then put some water in there and put a fish in there. A couple of little fish or whatever flopping around with just enough water for the fish to make noise. And then, you know, like maybe a bamboo cone entrance, and so they can kind of get in there. And then if they eat the fish while they're in there, then they'll be fat, right? And then we'll be able to get out through the same hole that they came in. And then, yeah, and then I'll be able to just go back in a few hours, you know, every couple hours, whatever, check the trap, see if they ate the fish and got caught in the trap. Again, it's really probably just that one water snake that's doing the killing over there. Ouch, man. I don't like mosquitoes early in the morning. Mosquito bites early in the morning. I should have known better. Early in the morning, I usually on my legs. I usually, matter of fact, I'm gonna go do that. Put some counter pain on my feet and my shins because mosquitoes don't like that. It's like Bengay, you know, sports cream or whatever. They don't like that stuff. And I have found that it works spectacularly. So let me go do that. I'll get back with you. Alrighty, that's done. This is that thing I was talking about. It normally snaps in your spokes. It's funny, it says new product on the sticker. Bicycle wheel light. It's an LED kind of thing. And this has like some weird, you know, like 15 different patterns or whatever, so pretty cool. Back to the farm. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and make that fish trap today. I'll be doing a little bit thinking. If I get that thing taped to the windmill. The wind's not really here, the rain, you know, it's rainy season, but hey man, it might work. But one of the other things I did, or I'm gonna do right now, is turn this up, is this light here. I mean, I try to do things with what I have, and right now I need a light receptacle because I had previously bought one of those. Man, those are some big old bites. I had previously bought one of those cameras that you screw into a light socket. And, you know, it's a 360 camera or whatever. It's like a security camera you screw into the light socket. And I have it on my phone actually. And so what I'm going to try and do today, actually you can probably see a little bit, that's the pond. So I have an old light over there in the Krabby Shack, and I screwed it in there. I haven't used it in like a year probably, but I just took it out. I thought I'd probably have to redo it and everything, and I took it out and I screwed it into the light socket over there and plugged it in, and then opened my app, and it was already connected. So I was like, oh cool. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it in a different position and get it connected better, because it's actually in a sideways light, so that's not going to work. I need something like this to where I can hang it better in a stronger fashion, 360 or whatever. I think it's 360, and then I'm gonna attempt to stream that like a nature cam on the pond, and that portion of the farm, you can see, you know, that's usually where there's a lot of activity, not only in the pond, but on the backside, you know, whether it's snakes or whatever, this or that. I mean, I might put it in a different position later or whatever, but for now, I want to learn how to do that. God, my leg is itching, even though I put, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, that mosquito was eating happy. Over here, 1, 2. Looks like I only got 2 big old ones on this foot. But man, I got big old ones on this foot. Anyway, yeah. And so I thought, you know what, man, this is in my office space, but I don't use it a whole lot. So maybe I can take it apart and make it, you know, the new mount for the, looks like there's a couple screws for what we're gonna call the Thai Ponds cam or something. Kind of a live stream for the cam. There's a light bulb in here already. I should probably get that light bulb out of there. But yeah, what do you think? I think people genuinely or generally would like it. It's hard for me to grip things because remember when I chopped my finger off, well, there's no nerves here, so I can't feel it when I grab it. It looks like it's coming through. Oh, I can pull the bottom off of that. Meh. Oh, not too much though. Okay, so that's a simple. This lamp, when it was made, it's just, it looks like it's got a piece of tape over. That's how they were connected. So what I'm gonna do is make it simple. I'm gonna cut this. Actually, I should go back this way. Yeah. And cut this. So I can pull the light bulb thing out of here. There you go. So this is what I need. And it's got a little, looks like it's already got a little kind of a mounting bracket, but I can't do anything with that. Oh, it looks like, well, no, I can't. So I'm gonna, well, I probably have to do something sideways. So, you know, like, you gotta put something in here, and then I mount this like that. I already got the wire over there, so this will probably be good enough. I just need to strip this. I never get the, you know, they have those, it depends on what size wire you have. I never put it in the right size. I always like cut it too small or too big. I'm like, damn, man. I'm just prepping this part. Stripped it, and I'm gonna spin it. And but how am I gonna mount this to, it looks like it's probably metal. I'm probably gonna have to mount it to the metal beam underneath there. So what I should do, oh, that's right, I have this stuff. I have my, I forget, one of y'all told me what this was, but I just call it tape. So I can put it, it fits actually kind of perfect right in there. I'll put it in there, and then I'll screw this to the metal over there. Wow, that looks like it's gonna be perfect. I just gotta make sure I put it, and normally I have my fan going on in here too. I put it, matter of fact, you know what, let me get my fan before I get more bit. These dark places, I mean, I'm fortunate that the house doesn't have mosquitoes and stuff, but the shop back here, you know, it's always kind of damp, and there's gonna be mosquitoes that love that area, especially while in the rainy season anyway. When it's super hot out, there's no, you know, I don't have mosquitoes. Actually, I mean, I never really worry about mosquitoes in here if I have the fan, because I usually when I come in here, god dang it, when I come in here, I just turn the light on, turn the fan on, and then I'm not bothered. Whoop, because mosquitoes do not like wind. That's a known fact. I work in peace, but I have to try and adhere this bar to this piece. How can I do that, y'all? Well, there's two little holes there, but I don't know, maybe I could. My magic box with all the screws in it. Could I put maybe a bolt like a nut? It's kind of tall. Need a short. Oh, there's one right there. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'll probably have to dump this whole thing out. I'm gonna have to dump this whole thing out to get this thing I want, which is this little wing nut. That might do just the ticket. I could probably use a washer, a bigger washer. Where are you? So I'll put this in here, slip this. Is it too tall? Come on, man. It's barely, look at that, it's barely too big, but I think maybe I can bend it just a little bit without breaking it. Almost, come on. Yeah, I think I got it. Yeah. Worked, man. I'll just spin this on there. Of course, I have to be able to hold the screw somehow. It's alright. Alright. Maybe I should pass this through one of these holes so that it's more stable in the center. If it's big enough, it might be too big. I can pass it through the other side. I want it to hang straight, right? Well, I guess if I screw it, it'd be all right. I need to get my. I left my. Did I put my bucket in here? Oh, I did. I thought I left my bucket that I was working with out the gate out there, but. This is my broken drill. This thing always drops down, so I think I still have a zip tie I can use to hold it in place. So if I don't hold it in place, it drops out and then cuts power, and I have to try and do that with two hands, which I don't want to. That should be all right. One of these has, oh, there you go, my little screws, my little metal screws. I have longer ones, but these short ones, they seem to cut through the metal better. Although when I was doing the gate there up front, putting those new metal slats on the sides, I use these screws to go through there because I found that I can actually, that the angle iron, even though it's thick, these little screws were cutting through it and it let me get in there. And I was like, oh, perfect. But then they stopped doing it. I only got a few of them in there and I just couldn't do it no matter what. It was not cutting. I get new ones, it wouldn't work. And I'm not sure why, but I started to believe that maybe it was because when I was welding, when I welded there, because I'm trying to do it near the weld. So when I was doing all that welding, that I reheated the metal up, significantly, right? Like glowing freaking hot, right? And that hardened the metal more in the angle iron, that hardened it more. And so as a result, the screws would not go through that part. The other parts where it did go through, when I looked at where I was successful, those were the parts that weren't really near the welding. They're like, that far away from the weld or whatever. So I was thinking, yeah, I'll bet you that's it. But I don't know. You guys that are familiar with forging, not foraging, forging metal, maybe you can confirm that, yeah, that's what happened. The metal got so hot that it hardened more. And so my little screws here, my metal screws, would not penetrate. These screws are probably not for angle iron, maybe. So there's that. Anyway, so here we are. This is where I have it currently. This is hanging in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it over here. I'm gonna put it right here, and it should hang down, and it should be able to go like this. Should I put it over here? Maybe I should put it over here so this post isn't in the way. And then you can go like this, and you can go like that, and you can go like this, like that. That's the thing. You should be able to move it, move it around everywhere. But I don't know where I can set this. I don't know if I can set this camera down. I don't think so, man. Anyway. All right, well, what I did was I wrapped it on the sides and went up on both sides of this tube, because here the metal was like really hard, so I couldn't screw it in there. But I think this is better anyway. Maybe it gives me a little bit of flexibility. And I'm out of breath because oh man, wait a minute, I gotta sit down. I almost made another little fatal mistake, and that was I forgot to unplug the wire, and I don't know if it's because it's moist and wet out or whatever, but so I went over there to rip it off of the other camera lead so I could plug it over here. And when I grabbed a hold of it, I grabbed a hold of it with both hands, and it was still plugged in, and it lit me up, boy. That's 220 volts. Whew. Usually I'm pretty cautious about all that, and usually if I touch one side or whatever, I can pretty much get the bzzz and whoa, whoa, whoa. But this one, I think I was holding the ground when I grabbed the fire, the live. It went right through me, bro. Unfortunately, the battery overheated right when I was gonna put it on the ground and show, and then what I was doing up there, and then the battery overheated, so then I didn't have my other battery. It was in the shop, so I said, so I worked on that, and then I went to do that, and boom, lit me up, bro. Took my breath away. I even think I have a little headache now. Well, that could have been disastrous. I mean, if I wasn't healthy, I'm pretty healthy. If I wasn't healthy, that would have been a freaking heart attack probably. It probably would have zapped me into defibrillation or whatever, or fibrillation. Whew. Oh man. But anyway, I decided to put it over here after all, because there's no holes or whatever here. You look over here, we got holes, and over here I got holes, and I was worried, until I can patch those and put a new roof on this thing, that the water would come down on this thing and mess it up. So anyway, let me get it connected and we'll see what it looks like. All right, now that the power's cut off. All right, back at you. God damn it. Well, I was disconnecting the wire again, and when I disconnected it, the light, or the camera, fell off there, and it went boom, boom, and then I looked at it, and now I've knocked the camera out of the socket, so I'm gonna have to take it back into the shop and do some soldering maybe. All right, back at you. Alrighty. Well, I got it rigged up. This is basically it, and it's a 360 view, so it'll go left, and it can go around like this, even in the Krabby Patch here, the neighbor's farm, and then all the way back over here. I can also go down, and of course can go up, so you can go over here and go down, look in the Krabby Patch probably. Pretty cool. I'm gonna play with it up there in my office space, because it's starting to raining, so I've got my hat on now. And you can see it's already dripping. This is not the most dry place. It drips all through here. This is already all wet from the rain. But it wasn't actually that big of a fix either for the camera. I remembered from a long time ago after I first got it and stuff like that. I think I might have dropped it then too or something, and it didn't work, and I was like, what the hell? Really thin wires, and you got to be careful when you're resoldering those and this and that. But then what I saw, other than the fact that the camera is cheaply attached to the aluminum or whatever, the tin spinner. I mean, the hell you call that now? But I remember that the and you can probably see in the video, the red line was still attached and the black or the ground was not attached. It looked like it was pulled out. But actually what they do is they just take that ground line and they lay it over the side, so when the metal, you know, screw part goes on there, it pinches in there and the ground is really just touching that metal thing. It's not soldered to it or anything, it's just touching it, kind of trapped and pinched in there to ground. And yeah, and so it worked. But of course I went back and forth keeping that power off. I'm still out of breath, but I did check my heart rate at 75 beats per minute. That's pretty normal. It's a normal resting heart rate, but you know, that's a healthy individual like me, so I'm all right. But I will. And the camera is on my extension Wi-Fi, because I put an extender in the shop house, and but it's the same network, and it's a little tricky setting up like a nature cam like that. You have to I think I'm going to use my OBS free streaming software, and then I have to actually get you know, if I want to do it on my YouTube channel, then YouTube can provide me a code, you know, like the HTML code or whatever it is, not the HTML code, but anyway, it'll provide me the code to insert into the OBS to link the two. So anyway, let's see if I can pull it up right here. I'm farther away now. Hopefully it can. Oh, we can. So there is the pond. I don't know if you can see that pretty good. And on the app, I don't know if you can see this, but maybe it's faint. Yeah, it's very faint, but right there, there's a toggle so that you can move it with your finger, right or left. Oh, cool. Actually, you can use this. I can use the screen. There, and then I just moved it down inside the Krabby Patch. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, so now the task will be. Oh, and also, you know, when I was worrying if it was going to work after I redid the ground, right? And so I was in the shop house and I plugged it in, and my battery on my phone was running out, so I went and plugged that in or whatever. But all of a sudden I got a notice on the phone that said sound detected on camera at 10:56 or whatever, and so it's actually telling me there's notification there when something is you know, rustling up there. And I think what the sound it detected was the rain, because the rain hit the tin, and so it, you know, it detected that and it said, yo, there's sound. I do have a microphone icon. I got a, if the app is straight up like that, it's got a few different icons. One is, I don't know what that is. What is that? Yeah, that's a snapshot. I can take a snapshot. I can actually Can I talk to it or no? I can turn the sound off. So, you know, like with the sound on, you hear the water splashing and, you know, all the birds. Right now they're not there, but I'll bet you when this thing gets going, all the screaming of all the birds and the frogs at night. Oh man, I'll hopefully it's a night vision. That'll be cool. I'm gonna check it tonight. They're gonna be all screaming and stuff. That'll be cool. It's got free cloud storage, so I can record. It's probably only 5 gigs or something, but yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of for the app. But so the idea is that you know, I really need it to be a cam. I need to set up the cam. I might have to reset it up, but I set it up on a IP address. Hopefully I can set up on its own IP address, not mine, but an IP address, and that's I think what the OBS software needs. Network information. My battery's at 1%. It's probably going to impair the ability and stuff, so let me back out of that. Anyway, I'll get busy with it, and maybe we'll be able to live stream nature cam here from the pond. I don't know if you can see this, but here, let me go up here, probably a better shot. Other than the rain clouds, the birds, you see them, they're like swiftlets or whatever, and they're just flying everywhere in a you know, asymmetrical pattern, just, you know, going crazy. And I think there must be bugs in the air, maybe. That's what I'm guessing. Either that or it's one of those omens. And it's rain out there. I can see it. It's probably going to be rain coming this way. I can see it hitting the the rice is all white on the other side over there. The wind's picking up a little bit. But I won't be able to see my light spinner until evening. So if I don't post this video now, I'll wait till this evening and see if I can't get the spinner going. But it's raining, so I'm starting to rain heavier, so I'm not gonna go dig my fish hole yet. I don't mind working in the rain, but I don't want to spend too much time in the rain. I want to get sick, man. A couple of our neighbors are sick, and that's a bummer. We went out last night. We were out last night till after midnight because we went to the concert at the Banana Festival. I mean, they have concerts every night, but this one was like the headliner star, you know. She was really cool. Had all our dancers and stuff. And it was cool because when she, you know, after the cover band or whatever, after the warm-up band played and all that, and she was going to come, the venue was kind of filled with people already. There was plenty of room, though. It wasn't uncomfortable. But then when she was coming, of course, everybody started to fill it in even more because they wanted to just pack. But what I found interesting was there was like 20-30 soldiers that filed in right, you know, right by me, actually, against this wall before the stage, and all kind of positioned up around there. And then another 15 EMS or emergency, you know, medical personnel came in, and they posted up over there kind of next to each other. And then another 15-20 cops just came in and kind of went everywhere closer to the stage, this and this. So a massive amount of you know, law enforcement and basically security, see if anything wouldn't get out of hand, because, you know, it's trying times, right? These birds, man, they're tripping me out. That's where I like just sitting here and watching them. It's kind of like, I don't know if you ever saw that movie, Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds, but when I watched that as a young child, dude, I wouldn't even go outside. Those birds killed everybody. Yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I'm still alive. And stay tuned for more live from here on the Bond Knob. Thanks for watching. And keep watching. We'll get back at you.